Good evening. So, Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I got a great card. I haven't got it with me. It's annoying. Out dad joked today, actually, with Dad, you're one in a melon, with a picture of a melon. The melon was, in fact, I'm going to get this for you. 1 second. Look at this. It's backwards on there, but you get the point. Dad, you one in a melon. Kind of topped it off. But what I want to talk about today is Sunday is normally the check-in day. So the ladies in the group will check in with me on a Friday or a Sunday, and I'll go through them. We look at what worked, what hasn't worked, etc. Now, more often than not, very often in fact, I'll get something that sounds along the lines of not perfect, but, and that is code for I've done pretty well, but it's not ideal. And that is where we get into the zone of comparing actual results with ideal results. Now, ideal, the problem when you're in ideal mode is that you're in kind of la-la land. And something here, what I want you to consider is even if you get your ideal result, which maybe, let's say your ideal result is to lose 12 pounds in 6 weeks. This is a genuine example that happened today, but you're on 8 pounds, okay? So let's say you did lose 12 pounds. What would you have had to have done to lose those 4 more pounds? Okay, so number one might be you might have had to exercise 4 more times, let's say, argument's sake. You may have then had to miss 2 social events. You may have had to be a bit more stricter with your food in certain situations where you actually had a good laugh and enjoyed it. And as a result, it didn't feel hard because you weren't restricting yourself. You weren't in diet mode. So what I'm saying is, let's say that you did lose 12 pounds. Would you be happy if you had to give up X, Y, Z to get there? Because then it's harder. And when it becomes hard, it becomes something that, I don't know, you might not be able to do it forever. Or you just have to accept that these are the compromises you want to make. So either way, it might be better off losing 8 pounds in 6 weeks rather than the 12. But actually knowing that you could do a bit more. And that's powerful when you're asking me, Matt, I think I'm ready to do a bit more now. I could do an extra home workout. Send me a home workout. Or could I attend another session this week? That's when the ball changes in your court. It's a bit like with food. A bit like going, if I said you're not allowed to eat anything from that list and this food's bad, you become like, oh, sod that, rebellious mode. I'm going to eat that. And it's something that I kind of apply with kids' nutrition as well, actually. If my daughter went to a birthday party today, she wants some birthday cake, she can have some birthday cake. Because at the end of the day, if you restrict it, they just want it more and more and more. And actually, when I look at it, if I gave her the choice between blueberries and cake, the blueberries would probably be eaten quicker and gone. But I just give her what she wants with that, because just like we behave with, the moment you say you can't have something, we want it more. Now, on that note, I want to give you an example of why actually looking at hunger and your food choices and permission, but actually self-awareness is so important. So today we had leftover barbecue food, and I was there eating the chicken kebabs. So I was eating the chicken kebabs, salad, super healthy actually. I wanted a sausage and I wanted a burger. However, I had to wait to see if they were gluten-free. So they went to check if they were gluten-free. And by the time they got back, they said that they weren't. Now, my point is that I would have had a sausage and I would have had a burger if they had been gluten-free. But then I didn't want another chicken kebab because I was actually full up. And my point there is something we're doing at the moment in our 30-day habit shift in the group is one of the habits is the 50% rule. So the 50% rule is that when 50% of your plate is gone, just take a moment just to assess, are you hungry? Are you still hungry? Have you drank some water? If you're still hungry, eat another 50% of what's left. reassess again, slow down, be mindful of what you're doing, and kind of break the habit of open a pack, gone. What's on your plate, gone. You know, we eat 92% of what we serve. So there's something to think about there. Anyway, moral of the story, what is perfect anyway? Because if you're going to say, oh, it's not perfect week this week, you know, it's okay, but it's not perfect. Perfect might actually make you more miserable than being okay or pretty good. So just consider that. When you're comparing actual results to ideal results, just consider whether you're setting yourself up to failure in terms of your mind, whether you're going to go, yeah, it's not perfect, so, you know, what's the point? And that can then have a vicious cycle back to then just thinking, sod it, demotivated, down, etc. So focus on that next habit, focus on one day at a time, get clear on what you want, and just focus on actually what you have done rather than what would be ideal, because that's where the confidence is. Anyway, if you haven't got my book yet, as I'm now writing my second book, which will be, not going to put a date on that yet, you can get it from fruitchifit.com/fruitchibook. It's free. It goes over 6 principles that I use to help kind of get a handle with willpower, motivation, around comfort eating, around setting up your own 4-week Kickstart program. So any questions, do let me know, and speak soon. Have a lovely evening.